Crazy lead out.
It's hectic out there today.
I don't know, Kokar won then in the end.
Oh, it was a hard one.
We just finished up here at the Mariah. The riders are coming in. It looks like Kokard from Team Cofidis gets the stage win right ahead of Tim Merlier. Watching on a delayed feed, the riders are coming by. We're seeing them one by one. We had that crash, unfortunately, about 7 kilometers out that involved 10 riders or so, including Lucas Hamilton. Here comes Fred Wright rolling through. A tough day of racing with that final 1 kilometer kicker at the end of the stage, and we're seeing Tim Merlier shot out first. Kokard hunted him down, and look at that. Easily came around his left-hand side for the win with Casper Van Uden in third. A heck of a stage. Last chance for the sprinters as we get to the mountains tomorrow. There's Casper Van Uden today, 3rd place on the stage.
Casper sprinting there for the win. Came home with 3rd place behind, I think, Merlier with the stage win. Kokard 2nd.
Yeah. The boys did a crazy lead out. We were stuck in the back with 4 Ks to go, but we swung around and managed to get to the front, and they did a really good job. And I didn't have the 30-second full gas pull, but it was pretty good, so we are happy.
It was hectic out there today.
Yeah, it was a bit hectic, but until tomorrow.
We just had Casper Van Uden rushed off. He still could be the race leader of the AlUla Tour. We're uncertain. Tim Merlier may have taken the jersey. A correction in the results. Kokard must have faded. Tim Merlier got the stage win, back-to-back stage wins here at the AlUla Tour. And that's all part of the complications of covering a race when you have delayed internet footage and you're trying to watch the race live. Well, it was all for you today. Dylan unfortunately had to pull out of the AlUla Tour. How was that final kicker there, 800 meters up to the top?
Yeah, hard one. Last 300 is actually really steep. I did my best and was 5th of the day.
What was the protocol out there? We saw DSM really working hard, Movistar up there. You guys were up in there. How did it all play out?
I knew the final really well from last year. I knew where to position myself. I was actually on a perfect spot, just missing a few percentage still in the legs to be a bit better.
What about that charge of Kokard, but yet Tim Merlier, looks like he held him off for the win?
Tim Merlier went really super early. I tried to react there with 300 to go. I was a bit afraid because I knew it's a long way. But yeah, I don't know. Kokar won then in the end.
Merlier, it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's yesterday he showed how strong he is. And today to held off last 300 meters, that's quite impressive.
It was a heck of a show today, an unfortunate day. And here we see Hamilton coming in bloody from the crash out there earlier, unfortunately. We're making our way down the final meters of today's stage finish, and it's amazing up here in the Ashar Valley. And right down there, this is why the stage finish is called Mariah. Well, that means mirror in Arabic, and we see the big mirrored building down there. Stage finish behind us, and Tim Merlier takes over the race lead. Casper Van Uden, best young rider. All this GC is not going to matter too much because when we get to tomorrow's finish, the final stage of the AlUla Tour, the whole GC is going to be turned on its head and we're going to be looking at a new classification order. We got to get down to the Mariah because the finish was up at the top, but despite that, the podium celebration is down there. Tim, how did that sprint play out? Because it looked like Kokard had it until the last minute.
It was a hard one. Bert bring me in a good position. I asked him to wait a bit, but he don't like to take a risk, and he bring me in a good position. But then Brian boxed me out. I was in the wind all the time. I think from 500 meters to go. And I say to myself, you can do 2 things. You go back in the wheel of Brian, maybe you lose some speed, like the first day, or you go from far before 300 meters to go because it was an uphill finish. And I tried and I take some bikes from the other riders, but then Brian was coming back and the finish was just in time.
So you just held him off, and 2 for 2, second stage win in a row. It's more than what you'd hope for coming into the AlUla Tour, but also a bit of a tough time out there for your team in those final 10 kilometers.
You always hope if you come over here, you see like 3 opportunities. you want to win it all, but it isn't possible in cycling. Of you need to be Van der Poel or Van Aert or Pogacar.
You're not those guys.
No. But okay, yeah, we lose one guy in a crash, but I think he's okay, so past the finish, but it will take some time to heal.
Not many of us know about William Jr., but tomorrow I assume it's all over to him, your young teammate.
Yes, we as team have a lot of confidence in him. It's good to take position. I saw already last day, so if you help him a bit tomorrow until the last climb, I'm looking forward to it.
Tim Merlier just explained everything, how it all unfolded. He had to go long or wait, and he decided on the former today and just did the old diesel train all the way up to the top. We're outside of the Mariah, and this was the stage finish area of stage 4. It was another day for the sprinters, another day for Tim Merlier to show us his fast legs over Frenchman Brian Coquard. And oh, what a stage. But as I said earlier, tomorrow turns over to the GC riders. Soudal Quickstep has a GC rider in the squad. I spoke with him earlier this morning, William Jr. Laseth. And this kid, well, he is punching and punching hard. Under 23 Lombardia winner, and he's one of the GC favorites, along with Yates, along with Formulo. Those guys are going to be the guys we're going to watch out for tomorrow as the AlUla Tour wraps up here in Saudi Arabia.